Okay, let's see how that looks. I'm gonna hop in the chat. It takes like a second to do this, but yes. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. I'll hop in the chat. Just so you know I'm here. Let me chat. Let me hop in the chat. Okay. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. J Draws Disney. Chat. I don't have an app. Do I have an app? I should download the app. Okay, I'm gonna draw a Kermit, and I did find the text, so we got the text ready to go. This is the Muppet text. I did notice yesterday that his legs are a little short. I don't know, maybe it's just the way I'm seeing it. I feel like I need to make them a little bit longer, or it's that curve, this sort of curve that he's sitting there. Okay, let's work on this a little bit. Why not, right? I think we're all charged up with the pencil, possibly. I usually charge my iPad at night, so this isn't catching. So we can see. Hello. Are you gonna? It's over there. It's not turned correctly. It's not lining up. All this maintenance that I haven't done yet. Can you? Oh, there it goes. 53. We're good. Okay. So let's skip the drawing for now and just put the text in. It's not going to say black, it's probably going to be rainbow colored. So it's going to say find your rainbow connection. And then rainbow is going to be written like rainbow. So we have find your already. I'm going to add text. And this text is called Muppet font. You can find that online, then import that to your artwork. Rainbow. And I'm going to increase the size to a lot. I'll bring this over so we can bring that really big. And we can probably mess around. I don't know. People might want it as a print, I would think, so maybe we can't. I've been doing these as 8 by 10s. And then on the bottom it will say connection. So I think I want it a little bit bigger. And this is going to kind of bow up like rainbow, so but I do want it to kind of stretch the whole page. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my warp and we'll warp this with advanced mesh. I do want to kind of pop onto the... Sometimes I can see who's watching and who's watching with me. So what's up? Let's try this. What's up, Josh? How are ya? Yeah, sometimes I catch the chat there. Happy Tuesday. Yes, today, Tuesday. Thank you for everyone hanging out today. Josh is here. Jason's here. Two amazing artists. Check them out. Go back into my stream. Okay. Let's go to advanced mesh, and that way I can stretch this around Kermit. But again, I do want people to be able to see that it says rainbow, so I can't stretch it too much, because then you'll lose. But you can, I mean, if we're going to do like a hidden Mickey in the eye, maybe, I don't think we'll do that though. That's a little... Again, we want this wrapped around Kermit. Something along those lines. pretty good so far, and we can go back into it if we have to. I just don't want it touching his face. Again, we have to show, I mean, it could be behind with him, but we do want to see his hand there that he's playing the banjo. Okay. I don't know if we can maybe bring that up a little bit more. Okay. Now we have that in place. And then connection might go over his feet here. Let's add text connection. So we'll just have to find sort of a spot to put I did sort of fix something, because every time I was like stretching text, it was like I had to go over it again to get like the highest quality. So I feel like I did fix that. What I did, I'll show you in a second. So the Muppet 3D at Disney is one of my favorite, or at Hollywood Studios is one of my favorite shows. Alright. So I don't know if I'm going to keep that straight or just kind of a little bit, like stretch it just a little bit, because I kind of like how rainbow kind of stands out. So we'll just have to find a spot where we're going to find your rainbow connection. Okay. Now let's add some sort of color. Roy G. Biv, right? Red. I'll have to look up all the colors. Orange. I think we learned that in school. But it's easier for me just to type it in so I don't screw up. Rainbow colors. Excuse me. Here we go. So I'm showing you how I'm going to do this. We're going to red, orange, yellow, green. And we're going to try to make it the same way as a rainbow. And violets at the end. Okay, we got our colors. So we'll start with red. And I don't know if we want to put this, kind of turn this for now and kind of play with that idea. Find your, might be kind of cool. Kind of just going up the rainbow. Find your rainbow connection. Basically find your true calling in life. That's how I see that. I kind of looked it up today to make sure it made sense and I wasn't just making something up myself. Let's turn Kermit off for now, and then go back up to find your. It's going to be like a circle, kind of, sort of getting into this idea of what could it be used on. Find your. Let me move it just a tad. Oh, that actually doesn't look bad in there. Okay, let's start adding some color to this. Starting with red. Let's grab red. Just a regular red. Not on that. No, I don't want it on that. And that might be a rainbow color, or maybe not. Maybe that's like a green or something because he's singing the song. So you find what looks right. We'll do a new layer. We'll start with red. Okay. We'll grab our airbrush. I'll show you how I'm going to do this. We got our airbrush. Okay. Might just be working on some of these colors today. I might do it all on the same layer. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll show you how. This is going to look cool. We go back to our colors. Orange is next. Orange, yellow, orange. I'm going to do a new layer for all of these. That way I can kind of blur them if I have to. red on that top part. And then we'll do yellow on the next one. You know, I'm going kind of fast, but I kind of want to see the end result. So this is kind of how you would do it. Then we'll kind of blur them into each other. Because when you see a rainbow, it's kind of... And then we got green, blue, indigo, which is like a kind of like a purple, and then a purple, or violet, indigo, and then purple. Okay, then we got our next layer, green. See if our buddy over on again, I'm trying to do these 7 o'clock at night time streams, or about a half hour. I don't like that second and last line. I have all my finished art. I did a lot of stuff today. I did a pattern for Figment. I guess there's these seamless patterns that you can make that I guess people like, and that's on my Etsy. So Figment, in his coffee, the one I did the other day, he's on a coffee mug, he's on a shirt. The one I did the other day is up on my Etsy, etsy.jdrawsdisney.com. Let's do a blue next. And yes, art takes time. We tell that every time I'm live. I'm like, art takes time. People are probably getting tired of me saying that, but it's true. Again, I don't want to, I kind of have to leave some area for our indigo. I'm going to try to pull a purple out here, like a sort of a darkish blue. I guess that's kind of it, maybe. Or is it more kind of like that? That looks like the last color. Just trying to eye it here. Oh, and just doing this rainbow will take some time. I guess I could have selected it beforehand, but I kind of want to erase. And then we'll do the sort of purple, more kind of light, or violet. Violet's turning violet. From Willy Wonka. Actually played pinball with Charlie about 2 years ago at a pinball convention. That was cool. And Mike TV, who did not really find me amusing. But that's another story. Sorry, Mike. Poor Mike. Alright, so I kind of want to... I think I want to blur some of this stuff out, or we might just leave it like that. I don't know. So we'll have to go on each layer. And, gotta grab our hairbrush. But we can kind of turn it down once we get it in there, so I don't know if we want to blur these. If you guys get a second, go ahead and share this stream out if you're enjoying it and like what I'm doing here. I'm going to stick with the digital art, because then before you know it, we got so much art completed. I used to just draw frantically a bunch of sketches for people. And then I'd just be sitting with like 100 sketches at home, like, okay, well, not that that's a bad thing, but I don't know if this is even doing anything. I just kind of wanted to blend it in a little bit. And then this is going to be written in the actual the words rainbow, so that's what's going to make it so cool. We'll just have to erase the remainder around it. This little smudge tool, every sort of brush you can use. So what I'm going to do, and you're going to learn here, I'm going to duplicate these in case we have to get back to the future or past. And I'm going to turn off a layer on each one. I kind of do that now with sketches just to, in case we kind of have to get back. Okay, so now we got all the colors in there. We're doing the rainbow today. We're drawing the rainbow. Oh, well, thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. Over on YouTube, Jay Draws Disney on YouTube. Jacob, our buddy Jacob. Yes, Jacob. Okay, so now I'm going to bring these layers all together. And then I'm going to merge them into one layer. I'm going to turn this one on. Okay, you're going to see, you're going to be like, wow, wow. That's what you're going to be like. You're going to be like, oh my goodness. Look at what he just did. Now it just looks like a child, like an inexperienced colorer did that right there. But when I show you what I do with this, okay, we're going to select, and that's just going to select the rainbow, right? Let me remember how to do this for a second. Actually, I can't do that yet because I got to merge down layers. Merge. I didn't even practice today. Merge, 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 merge. Do we have all the colors in there? I'm hoping. We're going to do orange. Okay, I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we'll go to our rainbow. We're having problems playing this video. Great. Oh, that's... Am I still live? Rainbow. We're having problems playing this video. I think I'm still live, though. Okay, we'll have problems playing it, but I'm still live. I'm like, go ahead, computer. Have problems playing my own live video. Okay, let's get to our rainbow. And we have to select. I think we invert. And that way we can get to this layer. Yes, I did it. Okay, now I'll grab my airbrush. And you're going to see, you're going to be like, oh my goodness. Haha. Let me increase the airbrush so you can see it quicker. There we go. Boom. That's how you do that. Yes? No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Come on. I need some hand claps in the chat for that. That looks awesome. Come on. You know it looks awesome. Bev says cool. I got a cool. And Jacob likes it too. We got our colors of the rainbow there. Now, if you want to, you can turn this layer off. You don't really need that anymore. So you can, if you want to turn this down, you can. So it's like faint, a faint rainbow, or you could blur it. Very nice. Thank you, Jason. You could duplicate it, and what I would probably do is Gaussian blur it. So you have like kind of a little bit of rainbow coming off of that. So it kind of, but like that's a little much. So what I would do is go into our, well, I'd probably bring it underneath first, and then I would turn this down maybe a little. So it just like got a little bit of, see a little bit going on there. Okay, let's, now I don't know if connection, I think rainbow is just going to have the color, and then we'll figure out a color for everything else. Like, I like it saying rainbow with the colors of the rainbow. I think that looks cool right there. Let's see what else. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna draw the hand. Let's put Kermit hands in. He's starting to look a little bit better. I don't think he looks as... Before, I was thinking he looked a little small, like his legs weren't big enough. Okay. Let's bring our Kermit back in and bring him to the top layer. Again, you can turn layers off. That's what's great about it. We can reference again. I don't really want that in a group, but whatever. Let's use this green. And we'll grab our inking. I run it very cold in this room because when I draw, I get kind of hot, so then I turn it off when I'm done. Okay, we got his hand coming up here, and we'll bring it down to a layer underneath. That's what's great about doing different layers, is that you can bring it underneath if you have to. So that's what I suggest. Anytime you're doing something, you're in question. Anytime you do something new, I used to tell my students, anytime you do something new, create a new layer. That way you can move that layer around if you have to bring it underneath. Or you can erase part of it too. What's going on here? Hello? Are you active? The tip of the Apple Pencil is not connecting, that's why. I was like, hello? Like, I think that was Woody from Toy Story. Okay, that's gonna come down like that. Again, you can be sloppy with some of this stuff. Sometimes I am. We'll connect that. That way we can fill this in. Boom. But what you can do, you can either bring that, well, it's because that top layer is up there. So I would just, I don't want to use that eraser. I want to use inking and do something like this. So it looks like that's going underneath. See? See how easy art is? Well, I kind of brought it too much. Turn down this. Again, tapping 2 fingers on the screen will undo sort of a shortcut. Tapping 3 fingers redoes it. If you're getting into this type of art. Alright, here we go. I'll feel this finger in too. And I think this banjo is going to just lead up to rainbow. Again, I haven't decided what we would do for connection or what color. But it might be like a blue because, you know, rain, blue, skies, maybe. Maybe that. Let me see if I can bring in the sort of log that he's sitting on. Again, I did want it to be kind of circle around him and then rainbow above that circle, so it's like kind of peering in the rainbows up there. So let's find sort of color. I'd probably use this brown from this log. Again, in art, you just want to, you know, do a little bit here, do a little bit there. You don't want to get overwhelmed. That's why I do a half hour, sometimes 45 minutes. Right now we've done 25 minutes. So it's kind of like draw and reevaluate. So again, this, as you're drawing, sort of other ideas start happening. So that's where you want to listen to your instincts or your inner voice and kind of go with it. Say, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So again, I'm probably not going to do like a lot of detail, probably just sort of, we do want to put some sort of lines going on to make it, okay, that's a, maybe you'll have some sort of scuff up, and I'll turn this down. So again, that will give us like some of this bark coming off, and I'll put that on the new layer. Do we want to make that airbrush? I don't know. Maybe. Let's not do that yet. Let's actually put some sort of shadowing going on, so it looks like he's sitting on the branch here. Again, we might just not even do that side piece, because it might just come into this circle. I don't want to do like a raindrop. I think that's too like cliche or whatever. But maybe this connection would be kind of blue. Probably not green, because he's already green. It's not easy being that color either. Okay, here we go. Let's do it on this layer. I'll grab my airbrush again. Again, we're about an hour into this, and we're already starting to see a little over an hour, maybe. Sometimes I kind of show you what this would. So he says yes. I want to make that go up a little bit more. This is sort of like a Kermit that's been eating for a while. He's got a little bit of weight to him. Again, I've talked about art as kind of like a dance, like kind of movement. It's kind of interesting to think of art like that, where it's like it's not always just like in the same spot, so it's like kind of move around. Again, we're just kind of making up some of these shadows. I know that Jason was talking about sort of having ideas when he's by water, so it's very fitting to have kind of Kermit by this water here. So calming, soothing. Kermit's just playing away. You know, when I was reading about this song, it was saying, you know, Muppet, this song was kind of like as When You Wish Upon a Star is to Disney, so it's kind of like this rainbow connection was kind of similar to how When You Wish Upon a Star is to Disney. So what I'll do is, you can turn down if the shadow's too much, but I kind of want to leave it there and then grab my Gaussian blur that too. Okay, it's a little bit better. Again, we don't have any lighting going on Kermit yet, so I'm going to add a little bit of that, and then maybe we'll end at that. But again, you're starting to see this full piece come to life kind of quickly, actually, and I'm enjoying it. I'm liking how it's coming out. again, you in art, you kind of see what the finished product, but what it's going to be, sort of how are people going to enjoy that, because art isn't just hanging something on the wall. It could be, a coffee mug, it could be a magnet, it could be anything really. So we're seeing more of that. T-shirts, that's sort of the world we live in. Art on the wall, art on our shirt, even art as tattoos. People love something so much that they would get a tattoo, which is cool. So art is kind of in everything you see. Even someone had to design this water bottle art. So appreciate art when you're out in the world. Somebody created that art, and often gets overlooked. Logos, things like that. Let's start doing some. I love doing the lighting. It's a lot of fun. It's starting to get a little cold in here, but we're ending soon. Again, I don't know if that. I think that light is too. I think I have to grab this darker green. Green is the heart chakra. If you study chakras in our bodies, we have risen, and green is the heart. So Kermit has a lot of heart, especially when he's singing. Again, you might do this, and then you might use this sort of texture that we were using up here. You might do both. Let's just put this as a placeholder for now. I'm kind of blending it so it gets outside of that, and then you can go over that with an eraser on that outside. I've done this before where I show you kind of what it looks like with it and with it off, and it's just combining two different colors to create something like that. It doesn't take much to start, bringing things to life. With even the shadow that you see now is, with it, I feel like with it on, it looks better. So yeah, cool stuff. It's looking good so far, and we can turn off that sketch layer too. Sketch, and you're already starting to see. Let's color our connection blue. Let's find where our connection is. I would just go into edit, select it. We can select the blue. Blue is the throat chakra. Sort of, if you're having trouble speaking, you might want to put some blue on. I'm wearing yellow, which is the solar plexus, which is right here. Just educating you about your health while we draw. I kind of like the blue. I think the blue is kind of cool. I don't know what else we would do with the blue. But again, we want to have some sort of circle going on where everything else is kind of cut out in that area. So that's what I have so far. Let me see what. Let me turn off that top layer so you can see. That's kind of where we're at now. Find your rainbow connection. I don't know what I'm going to do. What's up, John? How are you? Good to hear from you, bud. Again, we have to, let's bring that sketch layer back in, and we can kind of finish up this neck of the guitar and get back into that layer. Again, it has to be below this, so here. And then he does have that other finger on the other side, so remember that. Ooh, I need inking. Right there. Kermit doesn't get enough love, I feel like, you know, there's, but he's one of my favorite Muppets. You see Kermit strumming away there. Let's turn off our sketch again so we can get back to this. Again, we want it to be simple, but we do want to have that lighting effect going on. Now I feel like the Find Your should be sort of a combination of white, but then maybe a little bit spots of blue, kind of like it's like the sky. So let's try to do something along those lines. Let's find yours. So again, I go into edit, I click on it a few times so I can highlight it, and then we'll make it white for now, like I said. Or do we want it blue, and then maybe that's light blue too? Again, just thinking out loud. I kind of like that blue is actually might be better for the connection, because it's like kind of like a sky blue. But then I don't know, connection's got to be like the water, so maybe we leave it like that. We add some sort of lily pads around it. Doing well. Kermit has a great personality. Yeah, he's so. That's awesome to hear, man. That you're doing good. We're doing great. Hope everyone's doing great. Again, getting ready to kind of wrap this up. I do this every day. I'm trying to do an everyday drawing. This is the one that we worked on for the last 2 days. Kermit. We sketched him out yesterday. Now we're putting in color. Again, I'll do the same sort of thing where it's select, and then what I'll do is grab sort of a brush. We'll look down here for our elements brush, like clouds, but we'll turn them down. Or maybe we want like a little bit. So we'll grab a new, and this might work out really cool. We'll see how this works out. Again, I'm always thinking. Are you working? I need white. That's too much. There. Something along those lines. But again, we still want a little bit of that blue showing up. So now, that's sort of with, and that's without. So you get some of the blue. We can tone this down just a tad. There we go. Good, I like it. What's this background look like? It's just kind of, I don't know if we're going to add some sort of elements of this background, but again, it's going to have to be in this circle. So let's try to do a circle and cut out some of this here, so it starts forming that circle. Like music you're playing. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. I'm going to go up here to ellipse. I'll make an ellipse. I'll make something like that. Oh, too much. Again, undo it. Maybe like that. And then again, we'll do the invert. Make sure that I think I gotta redo it again. No, I don't want that. Ellipse. That's wrong again. It's a lot of trial and error. Okay, here we go. that. And then we're going to go invert. And now we'll grab our eraser. And I want to do a airbrush again, I think. Again, there we go. So now you have just like part of the log. It's starting. I don't know if I have to. I feel like I have to put something kind of around that with green or something. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll come back to that. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for now. Maybe I'll come in here and do a little bit more shading. We'll kind of call it a night. Yeah, thanks for hanging out live. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, J Draws Disney on YouTube. Check out my website, jdrawsdisney.com, or go to etsy.jdrawsdisney.com for all of my finished art. So much cool stuff on there. Figments on there. Just some stuff today. More SVGs if you're into SVGs. Let's see, what was I going to do? Painting? I think I did this yesterday. I'm using this stucco thing that kind of looks like the fabric of Kermit. I'm really liking how this piece is coming out at this point. I think that's number one. It's important that you like your art. I once was trying to help this girl draw something, and she was getting very frustrated very quickly. So remember that art takes time. It's not going to be perfect right away. It's taken me 38 years, and I'm still not perfect and never will be perfect, but as you work each day a little bit, each day you get better and better. Success does not come overnight, so remember that. If you're trying to accomplish something quickly, it's going to take time. Remember, little by little each day, you get better each day. Make sure this is on. I do like this brush. I like how it's showing the elements underneath it, so when you pull back, you're getting that. Put a little bit more here. Put some down here on his leg. Again, we had to kind of come back in here. Remember I said that we were gonna do something along those lines, so that's how you're gonna get some sort of realism. Or again, I think I have to change the color of these hands here, or these arms. That's why it's nice that you can put it on a different layer. See, just from that, just green him up a little bit more. And this other arm too. More green. It's not easy being green. Boom. What do you think? You liking it? You're digging it? You think it's cool? Do we need to change his? Yeah, I'm actually really digging this, and that's the thing. That's what's important. Love your work, and other people will love it too. So much heart in your art. Can't spell art without, or you can't spell heart without art. That's what I say. That's a good quote. You can quote me on that one. Although someone else probably said that. Cool. All right. I'm going to end it. We're about, how many hours into this piece? Hour and a half. That's an hour and a half. That's what you get for an hour and a half. Okay. I hope you guys are well. I will post this up on Walt Disney Dreamers on Facebook. Again, check out my Etsy. You'll probably find something you love for really cheap. If you want to donate, you can donate at streamlabs.com/JasonLaquire, Jayson LaQuire, and then your name goes up there, $1 or anything. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. Find your rainbow connection. Peace. Be well.